Alright everybody, ready for another video here. I told you I was in the video making mood. So this is going to be video number 3, and I had to go get me a selfie stick because I felt like this thing was so close to me. This first time I ever used my phone, when I looked at it, you could almost count my nose hairs. And we don't want that. We really don't want that. First, let's see, I'm going to try to mention a couple of things here. One of the biggest things about, I think when I was making the most money in online businesses, it's because I had found a business I was excited about and I wanted to make content for it, but a lot of it also, y'all, was the simple fact that I had gotten in a routine. And the routine would be, you know, I was applying action. Maybe the businesses would vary upon what that routine needed to be, potentially. I would say that if I had a business that was $1,000 business, or or something like that to make money in, what I would actually do was I knew that Facebook wouldn't be the answer, okay? Because Facebook in general, I'm talking about posting in groups, work at home, work from home opportunities, stuff like that. In generally, what that's going to be looking for is free and cheap. So if I got a $1,000 business, then I better have a heck of a front-end business or something free or cheap. But mainly what I wanted, with a front-end business for a $1,000 business is I want them to get into the Facebook group, just like I said in the other 2 videos, because of how important it is. They get in that Facebook group, they get a chance to see me, they get to say, to see the people that love the business, and then they warm up to it. If you're coming to a business, you're really excited about the small business in the front end. A lot of people are. But next thing you know, you got these big sharks coming in here posting $2,000, $3,000 days. Then they're going to be like, whoa, what's this about? And some people may call Facebook people tire kickers and this and that. And I got that. I understand that, freebie seekers and stuff. But here's the thing about tire kickers, y'all. Even a tire kicker knows a good tire when they see it. So what you want to look at, cars go by here. So what you want to look at is going to be, how am I going to build my list? There's no better way, I've found, to build a heck of a list than Facebook. Now, one of the things about the Facebook that's really powerful is that once you friend somebody, y'all, and you've heard, if anybody's ever heard my Facebook training before, what I would do is I would personally, anybody who liked or made a comment of any sort, I would friend them, and then every time I posted in that Facebook group that we have in common, they would see it. They get a notification letting them know that I've just posted in that Facebook group. Now, y'all, you understand that a lot of times, even though I'm making a heck of a list for myself right there, I'm talking about friends list right by itself, right? If I am a workhorse and I'm committed and I've got a routine that I'm into every day at getting out with people, these people, a lot of times, they're watching. They're not going to say anything. You may not be hitting that your link just yet. But if you're showing proof and progress and, you're just getting out there on a regular basis, they're going to acknowledge you as a workhorse, and they're also going to acknowledge you as a go-getter, someone that's just constantly putting out content. There's a lot of strength in consistency right by itself, and so having that routine is going to help you get that. I've seen times where I had a lot of people watching, but I didn't have takers until I started succeeding. When I made $10,000 one time in the business, and I posted that, you'd be amazed at how many people started jumping in at that time frame just because of me reaching that level. So consistency and getting out there and having that routine had a lot to do with that. But y'all, here's something else too. Let's say if I posted in a group right now, and for whatever reason you are happy with your business, y'all, you are smiling from ear to ear, you're making money in it, things of that nature, and that's great, y'all. But every day they're seeing that Shawn Powell has posted again into the Facebook group, into that group of whatever it may be, right? And then next thing you know, a month from now, something happens. And in online businesses, y'all, anything can happen. It really can. It could be to the point where, whatever. It could be a governmental thing. It could be if they use PayPal. Y'all seen horror stories with PayPal. Payza recently, y'all. You know how much Payza helped online businesses and stuff? But anything can happen like that, y'all. And while all that's falling apart for that person or whatever, it's time to jump boat. Maybe the CEOs did something stupid. That happens a lot of times too in these one-year wonder businesses that are gone. which I try my darndest to stay away from now. I'm going to tell you the honest truth. But what I'm saying is, when that starts to fall apart, and you're sitting out there still hammering away, and you got a business like Powell Systems that's been around for years, that pay every week like clockwork, the CEOs are highly respected. This is all the elements that you really need. Now, to be honest, y'all, it may not be as easy as some of these hyped up businesses. You know that, right? And these one-year wonders. But if I had to choose between making money and my downline probably maybe breaking even or not, I would not. I don't want that business at all. I would rather choose a business that's harder, or maybe not as easy. Let me put it that way. Maybe not as easy to bring people in like Powell Systems, but it's going to be there 4 years, 5 years. They're going to be able to create a real business, something that is going to be, they got to worry about their, garnishing their own reputations just because they've been connected to something of that nature. Powell Systems, I don't think we're ever going to have that problem, to be perfectly honest. So, 1 month from today, something happened in his world where he's not, all into it anymore. Next thing I know, I post in that group and he's like, wow, man, look at this. This guy, I'm watching him, he's still growing. A lot of times it's just the right timing. But being a workhorse has everything to do with that. Now, let me talk about routine a little bit differently here. Like I said, every time I was making the most money I ever made, I was within a consistent routine. And the reason I told you the $1,000 business was so important earlier is because I loved Facebook, but if I'm doing a $1,000 business and that's all I've got is that $1,000 business, unless I got some kind of front end, then my lead numbers in the YouTube world are not going to be that high. But here's the thing. When you got a $1,000 business, y'all, most people that hit it already know what that business is about. They might have already been to some leaders, something like that, and like a lot of times they're not going to jump on the first $1,000 page they jumped into. They're going to do some research on it. And if I've been a workhorse at the YouTube world and they pop up there, what's the first thing you're going to see is me smiling right there on the very first. And I'm showing them and being real and sincere. These people are going to connect with me. So a lot of times I wind up getting a lot of sales, though someone else had brought it to them and they already knew the price of it. They were just looking at information and they found me in the process, right? So I had learned that maybe making a YouTube video every day was more profitable, even though my lead numbers would never be more than about 9 leads a day. The problem with that is, or think about this, y'all, at 9 leads a day, is the fact that how many of these people connected with me when they hit that link from those 9 that came from YouTube? A lot. Now, let's think about this. Let's say 9 leads a day, 7 to 9 leads a day average. At the end of the week, 7 days, y'all, you've got 2 people, let's say 3 people that want to do the business, 2 people that are ready to jump in, and that's out of those 7, and you are going to be answering the phone, y'all. You understand, when I keep saying, write it on a piece of paper, all the avenues, which one you're going to pick, a $1,000 business, your phone can be the most valuable thing you've got, to be perfectly honest. People, when they see me on a YouTube video and they can tell I believe in my business and I'm real, when they call me on the phone, I'm the exact same person, and they can sense that, right? So people don't call you just to be calling you. They're on the fence. And what they're wanting is to know, do you really believe in your business? Are you going to be accessible? Are you going to answer the phone? So every time I got a phone call, I treated it like a $1,000 phone call. You understand what I'm saying? It's real important. So I've taught myself the first element for a $1,000 business is not going to be Facebook. I'm going to be getting less lead numbers. But y'all, if I get 2 people a week that is hot on it, the third one is going to do it but can't afford it right now. That's $8,000 to $12,000 a month right from the get-go. And all I'm doing is a YouTube videos and showing on my timeline, that's real important, and the Facebook group, and answering the phone. That's it. That's all I ever did, y'all. That's how I made $40,000 in a month, to be perfectly honest. It's because of I got in a routine and I understood that routine and I hammered away at that routine and kept at it. What I consider hammering away in the Facebook world on your timeline, y'all, to me, and this is not just your timeline, it's in the Facebook group as well. You want to be, there's 5 things only that I post most of the time on my Facebook timeline. Proof, progress, welcome, congratulate, and uplift. Those are the 5 things that I post on my timeline And what I will usually do, y'all, even while I'm congratulating people, is showing people I'm a go-getter. And if I made a $1,000 sale or a $400 sale or whatever it was, I'm still showing people proof and progress, but I'm congratulating the people that came into it and making them feel good about it. And of course, I want to make sure they get in the right Facebook group, right? So I'm still creating momentum, even though I'm welcoming people and congratulating people. And so those 5 elements are right there. Lately, I've been putting a lot of things with me and my little boy, things like that. And to be honest, y'all, I've told you earlier, I've been on a break for quite a while. And I'm ready to come back to it. But you'll notice that, or like I said, when I'm in a routine and I'm making the most money I ever made in businesses, it's because I kept with those 5. So I've heard some people say you want 20% of your post to do this, you want 40% to do this and stuff like that. I don't really care about that. I think the main thing is just have some content. People can see this recently updated. You don't want to go to somebody's page and it hasn't been updated for 2 months, a month and a half, and you've seen Facebook, like that, I'm sure. It's important, but always think about in your mind, y'all, you want to be a beacon for the business you believe in, and being a beacon is going to be your timeline. Now, I would put posts with my message with my links. I don't do it every time, y'all. Understand, I don't want to be just hammering away, just throwing away my link every time. Just like these videos right now, there's not a link down below it or anything, right? It's just getting out good content. Maybe people will connect with me. So my downline probably need to hear some of this stuff, right? Or not even downline, maybe friends. But the whole point is, when you get a routine and it sticks with that, now what I'll do is I'll take those 5 posts a day and I'll post it into a Facebook group. I might post it in a couple of Facebook groups. And those people get the opportunity to see it. Now, obviously, if there's any links, don't put that there. Don't say, if y'all are interested, like to know what I do, blah, blah, blah. Just take that away and congratulate the people. And you're going to make a name for yourself. People are going to see you as a go-getter. And often, even though they may be already in that business, a lot of times, y'all, they're going to be remembering you and looking at you at the next business. And say, and if you're part of PLS or any other business, you always see them, those workhorse out there that's really getting it done. Well, they're going to see you as that way. And it's not hard, y'all, and it helps produce momentum. It's always real important to bust your butt, get credibility, make momentum to make more momentum. And that's exactly how it goes. I would say that's probably about it for if you wanted to do some training, that's fine on your timeline and things of that nature. I would respect the Facebook groups you're part of. If it's a person in there particular or something, you might want to question, is that going to be the right kind of thing to be posting training videos in or something like that? But anyhow, that's what my routine would be, and I would highly suggest that 5 posts a day. Also, when you're in the Facebook group for Power Lead Systems or whatever, make sure that when people are succeeding, don't be jealous, y'all. I've seen people a lot of times, I think they're pure jealous, and they won't comment or put a like or anything like that, y'all. We're in this all together. And remember what I said earlier, if you listen to my other video, how we're all in together, even though we may not be the same one. If I see this young lady or this gentleman here and they're just exceeding and making and doing great, y'all, I'm proud of them. To be perfectly honest, a lot of times I've talked to these people before they made it, and I love to see these people come up. And I'm gonna tell you something, y'all. At the beginning, when you first got an online business, or at least for me, I'll tell you my viewpoint. Yes, at the very beginning, it is about making money. You want to learn how to make money. You can't teach somebody else how to make money if you haven't got the fundamentals and develop and apply action to learn what you need to learn. But y'all, I will tell you this. After a little while, when you start learning how to make money, it's not about just making money anymore. It's about finding people who are applying action. And a lot of times, y'all, these people are not in your own personal downline. Now, this is the honest truth, y'all. If I had to choose between a downline of mine that just came in, went gold, diamond, and platinum, and I'm tickled to death of that. Thank God, I love that. I hope they get it. But they are standing in one place like they got paralysis. They're not applying action. It's a dead horse. It's just I feel like it's just, you can't make somebody do it, man. I swear, you can give them the answers. I can tell you exactly what they're doing. They still won't do it. It's just nothing you can do about it. And then I got somebody else that's not my downline, and it's like we're all down the same path, y'all. And even though they're not my downline, and I see that they've stopped on the side of the road and they're stuck or whatever's happened, I feel like I would rather help them, even though they're not my downline, than to help that dead horse that went all in. And though I'm accessible to them and stuff like that, y'all, if somebody's not applying action, I've got to focus at my attention. If you start putting hundreds of people in the business, I'll be there to answer questions and stuff, y'all. But I'm gonna tell you what, I'm looking for the people who are serious, who's applying action, who's ready to do something. Those are the ones I'm gonna reach out to. Those are the ones you're gonna hear me talking on the phone to. And and I'll even make videos and mention them, just like I did in the last couple, for a couple of the people that's come into my business recently. So, all right, y'all, I'm gonna end this video. I'm sure there's gonna be probably quite a few more, especially now that I spent $5 on a selfie stick, which I've never had before. So, and I hope you can't see my nose hairs. If so, I'll get further back. Okay? I'll see you in the next video, y'all.